with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hate plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding niggas out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably dollar sign. Got the energy to win it, my nigga, I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate. I don't give a fuck what you rapping, you been a fake. I'm everything that they ain't, it can't be, it won't be. Wanna see me fall, I can't go, I won't leave. Coming from the block with plain clothes and police. Straight up to the top with bankrolls and rollies. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, 12 can't really stop shit, so I'm still pushing like a mosh pit. Ice dripping, think I'm hot shit. In a yellow bucket with the mop stick. I've been jugging jams like wholesale. Everything must go sell. Hitting bitches with the oh well. Need 100 milli on the low scale. On my worst night, I'm the best nigga. Wouldn't mess with you, couldn't cap to him. Homie spotted me like 700, brought 1100 right back to him. If I can't do it, then it ain't real. I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hate plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding niggas out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably dollar sign. Got the energy to win it, my nigga, I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate. I don't give a fuck what you rapping, you been a fake. I'm everything that they ain't, it can't be, it won't be. Wanna see me fall, I can't go, I won't leave. Coming from the block with plain clothes and police. Straight up to the top with bankrolls and rollies. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, 12 can't really stop shit, so I'm still pushing like a mosh pit. Ice dripping, think I'm hot shit. In a yellow bucket with the mop stick. I've been jugging jams like wholesale. Everything must go sell. Hitting bitches with the oh well. Need 100 milli on the low scale. On my worst night, I'm the best nigga. Wouldn't mess with you, couldn't cap to him. Homie spotted me like 700, brought 1100 right back to him. If I can't do it, then it ain't real. I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy One Gun here, and I am finally back home. And I am so glad to be back home because it was like someone while I was away was pretty angry today. I don't know what happened, but something went down today while I was gone, and I think somebody said something today, and it was utterly stupid. But what I did understand is that someone, someplace, somewhere did a video today. The what the guy talked about was every freaking where. It was every freaking where. He was saying every freaking thing. One thing I should say, he needs to go somewhere and shave the stubble off his face because he's starting beginning to look insane. But besides that, folks, it's like your boy McPeakster over there is just falling apart. And one of the things that I have to say about his falling apart is because of this one little phrase that I'm going to turn into a t-shirt soon, which is going to be called 4 page not found. This is going to be the future of True Bones Motions as we progress to get the rest of his stuff off of Gumroad. We're getting there, people. We're getting there, folks. We're working on it. And it's going to happen. Like I said, the same thing when I started this whole thing 2 years ago. And it's well, actually, not 2 years ago. I say about a year, going a half now, going into 2 years now. We started the whole process of trying to get this goon off the internet. And at least get him to a point to where he's not making money off of stuff he doesn't own anymore. And he's angry, and I don't understand the jargon that he speaks. And the jargon that he speaks is utterly crazy because he keeps saying that I have no right to take any of his stuff down because I don't own it. Which is true. I don't own it. But like I keep explaining to Joe, I talk to the people that do, and they don't like the way you're using their stuff, Joe. They don't like you selling their stuff. So if I don't own it and I don't have no rights to it, and you don't own it and you have no rights to it, I don't see what the problem is these people taking their stuff back from you. Because you shouldn't have had it in the first place. And that's what it all comes down to, folks. 100% ownership. You see, although I do not own the stuff that they're taking down, I do know for a fact that those are the people who own the stuff that I informed them that Joe had stolen their content, their IP, their patent, their trademark, and decided to label it as True Bones. You see, True Bones now is officially defunct. It's a defunct. I have made it defunct. It's no longer a name where people will go to buy stolen crap from no more because everybody knows Joe, the stuff Joe sells is fuzzy. It's very fuzzy, and now that fuzz is beginning to go bald because now he's being exposed any which way it goes. I mean, the whole thing about him saying that I think the whole thing that Joe's trying to say is that he will talk about what I don't own, which is true. I don't own the content that the rightful owners are taking down, but I do have a right to report Joe in if he is doing something illegal. As an American citizen, I can't sit back and watch this dude do something illegal. And he was doing something illegal. He was infringing on someone's own copyright. See, Joe doesn't know the copyright law. I didn't either until I met Joe. It's amazing how I learned more about the copyright law than Joe knows about it. And Joe used the copyright law to harass me for months. Until I finally got around it, sat down, went and found the actual law itself, broke it down. Then after I broke it down, I went to a lawyer, got questions answered, and it cost me a nice little dime, but I went and got quickly educated on how to deal with this troll. See, this troll thought he was going to go around and take down people's stuff using the law, the actual law, in an unlawful manner to take down people's stuff. Well, the thing about it is, I can run and show Joe how to use the law, and now Joe knows how the law works, almost. We still got a few kinks to work out, but eventually Joe will get to the point that he can't steal nobody's stuff no more. See, Joe's whole thing up until now is to steal other people's stuff, and then when you confront him, is to sit back and harass and stalk you until you quit. The thing about it is, my stamina is just as good as Joe's stamina, and I can go as long as he can as far as it goes to harassing and stalking somebody. But I don't harass and stalk nobody. Joe does. And what's giving Joe the ability to do this stuff is the fact that he was making money off of the stolen content. I.e., we know this because we busted Gumroad, and what got Gumroad in trouble is the fact that the email, that video Joe did, reading off the emails, all smiling and happy, he was, I mean, the dude was just off his keister. I will get to that part. I'll get to what I want to see, but let's see if the troll has struck. Yeah, see the troll. Yes, the troll has struck. Hold on, let me show y'all. The troll has struck, folks. Let me go ahead and take this down. So as you can see, so here is the video this is the video I'm doing right now. So he came over here and did that. But as you can see, all the videos, the one I did this, I think I did 2 this morning. Yeah, it was the live stream. Okay, so I got this one I did for 7 hours. This is the one I did. And as you can see, he did the same thing to those, and you see those are all green. All of them are green. And they go green as soon as I do this. Request. This. Just to show Joe that I'm not losing nothing because he wants to be petty. He is a petty troll. But, aside from that, so Joe doesn't have a type of language that you can identify from him and other buffoons out there. Well, Joe does have a specific language because he is a buffoon. But the whole thing about it is that Joe wishes to, I don't know if he's more buffoon than a moron, or more moron trying to act like a buffoon. I'm not too sure what he's trying to do. But let me narrow down his whole narrative he's trying to say. He's trying to say that me and Sally are criminals, all right? Because we've been writing fake DMCA takedown letters and sending them to Truebones and to Gumroad. And while on the whole subject, he has no proof that I've sent or mailed off anything to anywhere. See, when you file a copyright letter or notice, you have to put your name, address, and everything. You cannot write anything other than that. All right. So Joe goes on about it. I mean, he's a talking. He's a talking, folks. Well, I think somebody's. Hold on. Somebody else. And he's a talking. Hold on. Let me find this real quick. Okay. So he's a talking. He is a talking, folks. He's over there yelling and screaming about some green screen, Fortnite, blah blah this and blah blah that, and all I have to say is, Joe, this is why they took your green screen down. All right, your green screen was in violation of their visual copyright. That means the dances that you stole from them and put it on that Trump character that you stole from somewhere else was owned by them. Not the Trump character, not the green screen, but the animations that you put on the character. Once you violated their copyright and took their content out of its original format and placed it in something else to sell or give away or to publish, you violated their copyright and patent on their computer code. See, you stole their code and used it for something else. Once that motion data has been captured, it's going to be turned into a code that's going to be inside of a game, and they have the rights to it. So was the letter that they sent you. So you actually did violate their copyright, trademark, and patent once you made that green screen. Now, I know what I just told you was a lot for you to digest, but, if you take it in small portions, you can probably get the gist of it as you slowly chew on the big heaping pile of garbage crap that you made for yourself. And here's the thing. What's up, Ashan? I see you looking. One more thing, Joe. I'm really trying to figure out, why do you keep on going back to the old fake argument about me cheating in a contest? I've never cheated in a contest, and it's been proven because the judges saw everything I did. The judges knew I was using Motion Builder before this was back when the contest actually began, dude. When the contest actually, when the very first contest began, even before even you got into the contest, I was showing people I was using Motion Builder. The thing about it is, Joe, they knew that the judges knew I was using Motion Builder. Everybody knew that I was using Motion Builder. I was in school using Motion Builder. I still am in school. I just ain't went back yet, but still, my friend, it's no argument. It's no argument, dude. And I, for real, I won the contest, but it was just a part of the contest I won. The contest was bigger than what you think, little man. It was 3 categories that you had to try for. I tried out for 1. But you can enter in all 3 different categories. You get what I'm saying? So the whole thing about it is, my friend, is that if you want to go back and forth and say I did something that you can't prove, and you can't prove it because it didn't happen. See, if you could have proved it, well, then it would have happened, but it didn't. If you're saying that I cheated because I used Motion Builder, well, good luck trying to prove where I cheated at, because you need to read the rules. That's one thing you don't like to do. You don't like to read terms of service. You don't like to read EULAs. You don't like to read the copyright law. You don't like to read. I'm thinking you're illiterate because you don't like to read. And that's the whole thing about it. And that's what makes it so funny. You know, I'm not mad. I'm not mad as you keep on going to Facebook, stealing pictures of me and stuff. I'm not mad because it's going to catch up with you soon. You're not supposed to take my pictures, Joe, off of Facebook, period. You know? You're not supposed to take any image of mine and place it up there, really. But I'm letting you get away with it for as long as you think you're getting away with it. I mean, I have not said nothing about what I'm going to do. I know you're doing it, but I haven't said nothing about it because I want this to be so funny when stuff of yours begins to disappear off the internet. See, the other thing about it is, Joe, you know, you finally met your match. You finally came across somebody who don't take crap from bullies. That's the problem. You know, that's the sure problem of this. That's the underlying fact of the issue that you have. Is the fact of every time you do something against me, I always find a way to counter it and turn it back on you tenfold. Everything you've done to me, I've turned it back on you tenfold. You are a shadow of what you once were, which was the biggest pirate con man artist. Now I have pulled the sheet. The best thing I did for everybody was to pull the sheet off your crummy, corroded, crusty butt. And everybody sees that your butt is crusty. Because you're a con man. You're a con man. You see, and then what else he does, people? Right after he starts the fake argument about the contest, then he goes back to another argument, which he starts showing my emails. Now, I don't care. He can show the emails as much as you want to, but here's the thing about the emails. When you take the fact that Gumroad told me to go and contact the original owners of the content, I went and did what they said. All those emails, when you show them that I talked to a man called Jamie at Epic, I've talked to a man on the phone at Epic, that goes to show Gumroad that I went and did exactly what they told me to. Matter of fact, in this email right here, they told me to find the original owners of the content. And I did that. And they saw, because of you taking snapshots of my email, went to them and showed them because you sent them the emails. I think the troll is on right now. I just heard my chime go off. It's the troll chime. No, he's not on. It's something else. Oh, something new on Netflix. He might be on. I don't care. So here's the thing. So you showed them proof that not only did I contact them to let them know you were stealing something, but you showed them. Let me see if I can find it. I think this is one from like earlier this morning or something like that. Is that the emails right there? Which one am I looking for? I'm looking for one. Hold on. I'm looking for... Let's see. Hold up. I'm going to find it. So he shows... So he starts going through my emails. I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, what's he doing? But he goes through my emails like this one, like this is the case, and shows people at Gumroad, not only did I take their word and contacted the people who own the content he was selling illegally on his store, but Joe showed that not me and Sally was talking to them, letting them know what this guy has stolen from them. And it's not just Fortnite stuff. So here he is, looking stupid, because he thought he was going to hide behind Gumroad, Mr. Shahil over there. He thought he was going to use them to prop up his pirated business, and he was not going to be touched. You get what I'm saying? And it worked. It worked. until they decided they were going to sue sue Gumroad over him. Gumroad's about to get sued over him. Probably still are. That just depends, because he was selling that stuff for a whole freaking year over there. And what really hurt Joe's case is the fact Joe did a video of him getting paid after the fact. They knew that the stuff he was selling that they just paid him for was stolen content from Fortnite. You get what I'm saying, people? He's doing it to himself. He's doing it to himself. And then he shows the copyright complaint submissions that I've submitted to somebody. He doesn't know what they're for. All these people are subject lines. These are just subjects. These aren't the whole emails. He can read and he can say this or he can say whatever, but I have the real emails. I know what's in the emails. And when he talks, I laugh because he just talks about something that's totally not in the email whatsoever. Some of these subjects of the emails I just put up there so he can talk about them. There's nothing in the email whatsoever. So he's just looking at emails, reading stuff, and even going more crazy. But I'm glad he's reading them, and I'm glad he's showing other people that, yes, I did sit down and talk with a Jamie Anderson at Epic, Jamey. I'd never talked to a Jamie Anderson, Jamie, because that's the character Joe created, not me. I never created a Jamie Anderson. Joe did. Joe went to Shahil and gave him a fake Jamie Anderson at Epic, and the guy doesn't exist. So when you emailed a Jamie at Epic Games, you will get a return saying this person is not found. Invalid email. Joe knew this. Joe knew this because Joe had the actual copyright, and Gumroad too. So Shahil must not have been paying no attention to what this buffoon was doing other than listen to what the buffoon was telling him. You see, Shahil is not really involved in what goes with the Gumroad. He just owns it. You know, he let the little kids run around support and do support. He has like these little brainless idiots doing support. And Joe was able to take advantage of the fact that there were all idiots at support already at Gumroad. And Joe lied to them. Not only did they lie to them, it wasn't to after the fact. It wasn't to after the fact when I actually did the one video going through that video Joe did where he was actually going back and forth in the emails, where I found the thing where Cheryl said laughing out loud. I mean, no, she didn't say laughing out loud, but she said, "Oh my gosh, that's a lot of stuff." And it was over 175 instances of Fortnite theft. I mean, just trademark theft. And the one that was the biggest theft of all was Joe. Joe was actually making infomercials, and they was like, we've never seen nobody steal something and make an infomercial about the stuff they steal. I was like, congratulations, you've just met the rare species of dumbass. All right, indignious to the upper echelon parts of Michigan. You can only find this idiot dwelling in his mom's garage. You know, that's what I'm talking about, folks. So So Joe's doing this. I mean, he's doing his thing. He can't be touched. And then Joe would play these games that, okay, so this is how it went down as I assumed it went down, because I don't have the full. See, you think about this, Epic didn't tell me anything. I have to see their actions to probably understand. I have to see their actions and what Joe does to understand what could be going on. But this is what could have happened, but I don't know if it definitely happened. I'm just speculating because they don't tell us what they're going to do. They never tell us. They just take the information that we give them and they act upon it. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay. Let's go all the way back to August. I sent them a letter saying that this guy is selling this stuff on Gumroad. I contacted Gumroad. This is what they said. Blah blah blah. Okay, that happened. All right. They contacted this fool, True Bones Legal. They contacted him through True Bones Legal. Now, Joe needs to show the rest of the emails. Joe's not showing you everything. All right? But I assume that you've been sending Joe cease and desist letters for a long time, because I know this because if you go every once in a while, and it would be like a few days after I contact him, because I contact him every time he puts the stuff out. Joe would take the stuff down, but he would hide it. He would just take it down, and it wouldn't be up for sale. He didn't take it off the website. He's supposed to completely take it off the website, but he didn't. And then I say, you know what? I go and check the link, and the stuff ain't gone. It's just hidden. So what I would do is I would go make a video about it, saying, look, everybody, Epic took Joe's stuff again. Everybody knows I've done this. You can't say I didn't do this, but I did it. And I go back and I say, hey, look, everybody. Joe's stuff, it's gone. It's gone. Look, see, and I would just do that. And I know Joe. I know him like the back of my black hand. He would get mad, and because of his ego, put the stuff back up. All right. When he does that, and I just wait. I had this stuff on click. Like every 4 hours, I check. As soon as it comes back up, I tell Epic about it. And then Epic will send me another one, and another one, and another one. So finally, they got fed up. And I say in September, they got fed up because Joe kept on hiding it, but he wouldn't take it down. And then when he hit it the last time, I took a snapshot of it, took the links, showed them the places on Facebook where he's not supposed to be in, and I also showed them the letter from Facebook saying that he was kicked off already for copyright infringement. All right? So all I did is I showed him that. All right. Then I showed them all the instances on Facebook where he has his little hidden clubs where he's selling this stuff, and how he's using this thing called the affiliates program to pretend that these are other people doing this on Facebook, but it's really him. There are nobody in this affiliates program that are real human beings. It's all him. It's a con. Okay. After that, then I started sending them some other stuff, like the videos where Joe's saying how much money he's making. He's actually posting how much money he's making with the Fortnite stuff. And it's hilarious because he does this to himself, people. I didn't have to do nothing. All I had to do was like, oh no, Epic took down Joe's stuff again, and then Joe would do a video, my stuff is still there. See, what you took about Wingoon? I was like, oh damn, Joe, you got me. And then I'd be over there emailing and say, yeah, right now he has it up. Here's the video where he claims he put it back up, and you guys didn't say nothing. That's all it took. Then the creme de la creme of the whole thing, folks. Here's the creme de la creme of the whole thing. After he did the video of him saying he's making so much money off of stolen content, I took that video and sent it to them. Along with the links all on Facebook, all that stuff, sent it to them. We didn't hear words back from them. We sent them that stuff, and we heard word back from them. Then I say, you know what? They ain't talking to us. And they ain't talking to us because they're probably actively getting ready to file stuff in court against this fool. And I said it, and what I mean they're going to file stuff, I don't think they're not. I think they're not going to file stuff. After that talk we had with them over the phone, I don't think they're going to file nothing against Joe. I think they're going to probably go after Gumroad because of what they said to me. And how Gumroad actually sent them a letter saying take the stuff down, and the stuff is still there. They never took it off of Joe's site. Never took it down. They never took it off the webpage. And they know this now. They know this. They said, okay, well, matter of fact, let me show y'all. Because this is very good stuff, people. I hope y'all listen to what I say, because this is very good stuff. This stuff helps educate people on buffoons like this. And this guy is a buffoon. Straight up 100% buffoon. But let me get this out real quick. Let me find my pictures. Because this all goes to the thing where I did a video weeks ago, I think like a month and a half ago, about Joe getting them in trouble because they won't take the stuff down. And if they're not in compliance with the DMC takedown, with the takedown notice itself, because I think part of the conversation that we were having. Now, I can't tell you about all the conversations, but I'll tell you about one of the conversations when I told them about True Bones Legal. It's not a real legal department. It's just Joe with the word legal in front of a name, with his that he uses with his GoDaddy account. That's a GoDaddy account email that Joe uses, and it's not real. It's not real. It's just him. It's just him by himself at home. Let's see, where is it? Trying to think about where is the. I think it's in my documents folder, and I think it's something. Where is it? Donation coder. Screenshot captor. Screenshots. True Bones. It's in here. It's in here. Hold on, folks. I'll find it in a minute. I know it's in here. I don't know if it's in this folder, but this is some real important stuff because it goes to the actual thing that I was right. I mean, I was so right about this months ago. It was not fun. But here is the here's the one thing I did send them, and here's the video. Here's the video of Joe talking about how much money he's making.
Hey, I'm like Tupac and you're like Biggie. You're nothing, punk. You're a chump. This is how much money I make a month. I'm only going to flash it. I'm only going to flash part of it. But if you want to see how much money I made off Fortnite care...
There we go. There we go, Joe. Hold up, Joe. We know how much you made off the Fortnite characters. Here we go. Look at that, people. Make it money, make it money. This is off his Gumroad site. Make it money, make it money, make it lick money. Yeah, this is how much he's making. There's the Fortnite. Let's see. Fortnite. Let's see. I think it was another one that I had. They had the Fortnite stuff on it. But yeah, but I gave him this video. I gave him that video. You know, gave him the video. Told him it's on the free 3D models and animations if they want to download it also. But I have this clip, and I gave this clip to them. And yeah. Yeah. So after they saw that, they knew by then. Well, they know by then. Is this the one I put it in when the buffoon attacks? I think this is the folder. Is this the? So they knew by now to stop. The problem isn't with Joe because they've done all they can and they found out that they can't do no more. And what they did is they did exactly what I told you all they were going to do. And I'm going to show you if I can find the right email. This may be the right one right here. Okay, that's not it. Hold on. Okay, so they did exactly what I predicted they was going to do. Now, they didn't tell me this, but before I had the phone call with them, I said this in an earlier email. Not email, my bad. In an earlier video, I said that before I talked to anybody at Epic Game about anything Joe was doing, anything, I told them that they're never going to get him to take the stuff down. And if they try to sue him, he's just going to get up and run, or no telling what he's going to do. I think he does run when they come to his house, you know. But I said, even if they tell him to take it down, he takes it down. He's just going to just put it up another way, you know. So I told you all months ago. I was like, they're going to go after them. They're going to go after Gumroad. They're going to actually sue Gumroad. And it seems like it got to a point that it was kind of happening in real time. And what happened is that when they came with the order, with the court, they came after them, all right? They sent them this, and if this is correct and what Joe posted up here, it says, upon receiving Epic's initial email regarding this content, Cheryl, manager of support at Gumroad, replied, oh dear, that's a lot of products. See Exhibit A. Exhibit A, that came from me. That picture I took came from me. They used that for evidence against Joe. That came from me. That's when I was taking pictures. Remember I did a video where I was taking pictures of Joe acting like a complete clown in that video? Yeah. We agree with Cheryl. It is a lot of products. Simply put, Gumroad's website is a washing material that infringes Epic's copyright in Fortnite. And we demand that Gumroad expeditiously to remove or disable access to the infringing materials. If Gumroad fails to do so, Gumroad will be able Gumroad will not be able to avail itself of the DMC safe harbor provision 2 and will be liable for monetary damages as a result of its contributory infringement of Epic copyright. So that right there saying Joe is about to get these fools sued. The whole time Joe's telling these people that me and Sally been going around doing this stuff, they're sending him DMC notices. They're sending Joe himself DMC takedown notices to take their stuff off. And Joe sits there on his computer, laughs about it, does videos about it. And I'm glad he did it because that is what made them even more angry. And once they talked to me and I told them how I dealt with him on Gumroad, they said, oh, okay, thank you for telling us this information. I don't know if they did after that, but I knew before I was going to talk to them. I knew it. I even said in the video, before I had any email, any correspondence with these people, I knew that was going to happen because copyright law states that if they get a copyright takedown request, they have to comply with the law because that is a legal thing. Yes, that is a legal thing. That's law, people. And then the person who they send it to must take down the content, then tell the person who put it up there that we've taken your stuff down and you can file a counter notice. And Joe was supposed to, after he found out his stuff was taken down, Joe was supposed to go back, write a counter notification, and then send it back to Gumroad. He's not supposed to send it to Epic. He's supposed to send it to Gumroad. Then Gumroad is supposed to forward that to Epic. And once that happened, right, Gumroad has nothing else to do with this until this is settled in a court of law. Because you write a counter notification doesn't necessarily mean you get your content back, but does mean you wind up in court. That's what happened to the 14-year-old boy. He decided to write a counter notification. The counter notification goes back to YouTube. Then YouTube sends the counter notification back to them. And then after that, it has to go to court in order to settle this. Gumroad can't sell that because now it's a legal dispute. It has to go to court and be settled properly. That's how the copyright law works. It doesn't work like this idiot does who uses it as a toy to take down people's stuff. It actually has some merit to the law. So when you unlawfully use it, that's when Joe gets in trouble. So I have 20 instances of Joe misusing this law. 20 instances. 20 instances will probably get him locked up for a certain amount of time. Maybe a couple months, I'm not sure. But it's ongoing, folks, on my part. But this is the part where Joe don't understand. In this letter, they were telling Shahil they was getting ready to sue him for millions of dollars. Because Gumroad wants to be dicks. Plain and simple. When people were alerting them, and they have proof that I alerted them 3 years ago, this guy was selling stolen content on their website, they took it as I had a grudge. I had something against this guy. I was like, no, this is not grudge. This dude's doing something legal on your website. I'm trying to tell you before y'all get in trouble to do something. And I've contacted them each year, and all I did was confirming to anybody who followed up on what I had to tell them that they knew that this guy was selling stolen stuff and he was getting paid off their website. So when the scandal came down that they were actually kicking people off their website for fraud, I was like, why ain't Joe gone? You know, that opened up a whole new can of worms. And I hope whoever has been victim of Gumroad, closing their accounts and keeping their money and not giving actual refunds, I hope they are looking at my videos. Because that right there proves that Gumroad was running some type of scam there. I don't know what it was. You know, and it's more, and I'm getting the same story from like 10 different people and from the Better Business Bureau as well. Because most of those complaints were filed with the Better Business Bureau. Some were on Reddit, some were in other places. But I'm like, this is kind of strange. How all these people talking about the same thing happening to them? Gumroad closes their accounts, claims it was fraud, keeps the money, and don't give out actual refunds to the people. But then you got Joe over there who is flamboyantly making infomercials to send people to Gumroad to buy stolen content, and he's been doing this for well over a year. But not once have they approached Joe about taking his stuff down or keeping his money or giving out refunds. You see what I mean, people? It's something shady going over there at Gumroad. And because I did the right thing and reported Joe, and I am still continually to report Joe, it seems like the lid is off the can of worms, because now the self-proclaimed Rasputin here don't have his little stinky mouth inside of Shahil's ear. Shahil has blocked him. And Joe don't understand, the more he talks to Tom Sweeney, the more trouble he's getting himself into. Joe was getting ready to get a company sued by another company because Joe decided to go to Shahil, the CEO of Gumroad, and tell him that any copyright notices that they're getting are fake. So when they got 175 copyright notices, they must have been fake, right? Me and Sally took our time and wrote 175 copyright notices to take down stuff just because we wanted to prank somebody. You don't write DMC notices to prank somebody unless you want to go to jail, especially this massive amount. 175. I mean, you think I want to take my time and just randomly just make 175 fake copyright notices for Fortnite stuff? A game I don't even rightfully play? Joe thinks so. And I'm glad he thinks that way, because the more he thinks that way, the worse it gets for him day by day. Every day, people. So as he sits there and he melts away, just remember this, that this is proof that what I predicted was going to happen, and when it did, they threw Joe under the bus. They threw him under the bus. And they even said in this letter that they've contacted him about True Bones and the other people that were stealing their stuff and selling. Because there were other people taking the Fortnite animations from Rubo and actually ripping the stuff using the Ninja Ripper, whatever it is, and actually posting it up on Gumroad to sell. You know, and Joe was just the biggest one, because Joe had three different postings of the stuff. Actually, Joe had like 4. All right, the green screen and the other 3, and they took all of it down. And Joe said, "You can't take the green screen." Yes, they can, because you stole their data to make the content. You didn't ask them for it. You didn't get permission for it. You didn't get the rights for it. So they had every right to take the green screen down, Joe. That's why they took it down, because you had no rights to the content you stole. You think after you stole something from them, they're going to let you like keep the stuff up there? No. They told Shahil, like, listen, we're giving you one option. Take it down, or they're going to sue. And it looks like they're about to sue them. If Gumroad fails, and this is basically if Gumroad fails to do so, Gumroad will be not available to itself of the DMC safe harbor provision. You know, there is no such thing as a second takedown notice. You know, Joe's right. Now that's some such thing as multiple takedown notices on stuff that if you have multiple instances of their stuff, they're gonna have to make a takedown notice for each one. But the whole thing about it is that if they won't send a second, they will not send a second takedown notice, because that was handled in the first one. What they will say is that now, since you won't do it, we're just gonna sue you. There is no more asking after that. We asked you once, and since you didn't comply with the law, we have what it is that they sent them the DMC. On DMC, they're supposed to take the stuff down. They didn't. So that's non-compliance of the law. Non-compliance. That is non-compliance of the law right there. So after that, there is no more safe harbor. It's gone. So now they can actively go after Gumroad because of this fool. All because of him. He almost took down Gumroad. This is the same thing that would have happened over there at Sketchfab if Sketchfab would have had let this fool stay there. Because what would have happened is, I mean, that's why Sketchfab got rid of this fact. Sketchfab, they know about copyright law. They know about the safe harbor law. See, nobody talks about the safe harbor law for copyrights, takedown notices. The thing about it is, if you get one, if you're hosting the stuff, well, then you have to take the stuff down until the stuff is legally cleared out in court. That's why it's called a legal procedure once you make one. This fool doesn't think that way. He doesn't think that something is wrong with his thinking where he can't think that way, folks. He will never think in a way that is rational and normal to most people. This is what he does every day. What he does is only hurting himself. All right? It's not hurting me. It's not hurting my content. It's only hurting him. And he thinks by showing my emails, talking about a contest I won, legitimately, that he's hurting me and making me cry, or him taking my photos off of Facebook. Now, he's going to get in trouble for that. So, I just let him do it to himself. He knows what he's doing is wrong. He knows what he's doing is racist. He knows what he's doing. He's just doing this, folks, so he can get some type of satisfaction after the big whooping I gave him because he got his stuff taken down. And more stuff of his is coming down. He knows it. I know it. And he's just trying to soften the blow, but the blow's going to be even harder because you keep putting broken glass on somebody else's knuckles to hit you with, dude. You know, and I don't know, dude. I don't know what you're trying to get out of this, because nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. I still won the contest. I still got my perception neuron suit here. My video is still up there on the site. I'm still posting over here over on the community channel. What are you after, Joe? What are you after? Are you doing this for yourself? Are you doing this to feel better? I don't know. But you broke the law, plain and simple. Get over it. Do better. I always known you was breaking the law. And I knew eventually me yelling will soon echo to the ears that were going to pick up on it. I'm sorry, Joe, that you can't stop stealing. I'm sorry. That's not my problem. You know, my whole thing is to just make sure that you will stop harassing people. That's the thing. And the thing that was fueling your harassment is the sale of content that you don't own. Now, I may not be able to stop you from your freedom of speech or saying racist things on YouTube, and YouTube won't do nothing about it, but I can do something about you being a thief and a crook and a con man, because those things are frowned upon in our society and taken very seriously through a court of law, through legal action, or imprisonment. So if you want to continue to lie, that's fine. You have a mouth and God gave it to you, but you can lie all you want to, Joe. You can lie and lie and lie some more. Your lying only affects you, not me. All your lying did over there at Gumroad is put you on the crap list over there. That's all it did. You Rasputin yourself all the way through until the very end, and then that letter, that was the very end. And then you're trying to keep going to Shahil, and Gumroad help to relitigate a case that's already said, done, and finished with, Joe. No, you can't sell Fortnite stuff no more. No, you can't sell Epic stuff on your little pirated website no more. You can't do it. You'll never get your stuff back up. That would never happen. And if it does go up, well, then you know what's going to happen. I'm waiting for you to get all your videos back so you can go back and repeat the same behavior that you did that got your channel taken away, the last channel taken away, because I know you're going to do it. I can read you just like a book now, my friend. You're just going to keep on repeating the same bad behavior over and over again, and I'm just going to be watching and waiting for you to slip up, and then I'm going to get you again. This is how this works. This is how it's going to keep working for as long as you want to terrorize and harass people on the internet. The only way this stops is for you to stop selling stolen stuff. The day you stop selling stolen stuff, this is when all this stops. When you stop being a criminal, that's when all this stops. That's when I lose my upper hand. But until then, since I know you can't stop, I'll be here. Like Batman. watching, waiting, seeing when you're going to mess up. And that's all you're going to do, Joe, for the rest of your life, is mess up. You've already messed up quite a few times this week. I've caught it all on camera. We're waiting for you to do another big mess up, Joe. Also, we've been sitting here waiting for the phone call. You're supposed to be having a live phone call today. What happened to it? What happened to your live phone call? I've been sitting here since 3 o'clock waiting for your live phone call with the person who sent you the DMC takedown notice. And as you can see, folks, no call happened. Nothing. He's been quiet. And I know he's at home. I know he's at home. I know he's watching. I know he's watching this because he false flagged my video. That's how I know. Every time he false flags my videos, I know he's watching. So thank you, Joe, for letting me know he was watching the beginning of this. Because he can't control himself. But let the games continue because I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm continuing my work. Matter of fact, I just dropped a let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I just did this video right here. If anybody's seen it, you can go to Big Bad Afro Studios. You can come over to my channel. You can watch this video I just made of some ships flying by before I kind of finish because I'm getting ready to do this next scene. But what has Joe done? What has Joe done these last couple of years? For the last couple of months, it's been kind of hard. I don't even know how he's been making money on Gumroad because I basically stopped his whole infrastructure, infomercial after infomercial after infomercial after infomercial about stuff he's stolen. So he stopped putting stuff on. But we know he's taken the stuff and just set the stuff to unlisted. And he has it playing on his playlist. We know that, you know, and that's how I have access to all the videos that he. So I have access to all the videos that he said he's taken down. He didn't. He just put the stuff on unlisted. So I went back and I got all the videos that I needed to go back and show the people who he's stealing from. You know, all the videos and all the infomercials and all the stuff and how he says only from True Bones. You know, and that's good. I mean, he has a sure knack of actually hurting himself. Sure knack of making sure that whatever damage that's done gets inflated and worse. I mean, he just has a knack for this stuff, and he think by him doing that, it's William Nealium, and he thinks by doing that, he thinks by he stole this. He stole this video from me. He stole that video from me. Did the multiple serum? Yeah. So he put a fake copy. I think y'all remember I did that video to get help with my legal fund, and Joe made it into a scam and fraud and then had the video taken down. Yeah, I remember that, Joe, and you're going to hear from somebody soon about that video. So you just keep playing. So Joe did take down some videos of mine, but that was before the summer of 2018 got here. After the summer of 2018, when this channel died, when I killed his channel through contacting people and let them know he was making infomercials and selling their stuff, and he was running scams and fraud himself by Joe was running scams and fraud on his channel by saying stuff was free and it wasn't. So when you would click that, be clickbait. Yeah. So yeah, Joe got in trouble for that. And Joe's over here reading the promotions of my anything to make some false equivalency between me and him. He's searching people. He's fishing. He's not gonna find nothing. He's not gonna find nothing. And all he's doing is burying himself. So the thing is to just keep up the heat and continue to. So he comes over here and he thinks that he's like the 14-year-old kid that's getting sued by Epic, and he's a 53-year-old man who stole from Epic. This kid made some cheats for a game, really harmless stuff, but it did kind of mess up the gameplay, and they're actually going after this kid because he did that. Joe actually stole from them. There's no point. There's no case to it. There is no evidence that Joe didn't steal nothing from them. It's the fact that Joe did steal stuff from him, advertised it, and then they came after him. Period. Once they were alerted what he was doing. And not only when I alerted them, what happened is that they was actually going there for Joe, but then they checked the whole site, and the whole site was filled with stolen Fortnite content from the game. Actually ripped stuff from the game that people were actually selling. Skins, animations, models, everything. Even music that was, I mean, it was just crazy stuff. And I didn't know how big this became until they sent that list of stuff they wanted taken down. And the whole thing about it is it says right here that I mean, you can't dispute these words, people. This is a company getting ready to sue another company because of failure. So this is proof that you have to comply with a copyright notice. It has to be done in court. That's why you have to get. That's why the stuff has to come down until it's disputed. And it goes to court, and the court says, okay, so but my DMC takedown notices and not my DMC, but my counter notification to Joe never responded back to him. Never. So I got my stuff back. Each time. See, Joe has to go to court. And when I sent a counter notification, I knew fully well this fool was going to go to court and say that the stuff that was in my video belonged to him. So he's not going to go the extra step, but I know it. I knew it. And I've known it ever since I filed my first counter notice against this fool. He goes to court, I win, period. That's all to it. I win. Period. And that's what's about to happen, folks. That's what's going to most likely happen on my part. I don't know about Epic's part, but my part, that's what's going to happen. And Gumroad also I found out that Gumroad also didn't do something, and that was provide a contact. For example, Gumroad has not provided contact information for a designated agent to the U.S. copyright. So basically, Gumroad has not done what they're supposed to do as far as copyright goes. I need to look into that to understand. I need to probably ask. I probably got to call this lawyer up again and ask him about this. About what that little line means, because I think that on Gumroad's part, what Gumroad should have had in place was some type of contact information to their agent at the copyright office, or whoever the officer is at copyright. They should have some type of paperwork on file or something like that at Gumroad, period. And then when Epic's lawyer went to check on that, they found out that they didn't have it. So I guess they were in some other violation. They were in some type of violation or something there. I don't know what that means, but I don't know. But it says, but those are the codes. So those are the subsection codes. Now, these are subsection codes that falls under the rights to go after anybody who has your content and selling it, and what happens if they don't comply. It says any service provider seeking to comply with section 512C. 2 of the statute must designate an agent by providing the copyright office, the service provider, and designate agent information required by paragraph B. So I guess they have to. They're required to put some lawyer or something in place, some type of information for that. In September 12th, pay blah blah blah. Look forward to Gumroad taking prompt action to remove or disable access to infringement material if you should have any questions. So they told them they had to have this stuff down by September 12th. And it wasn't. The stuff wasn't down. But yeah, no, actually, was it September, October? I'm not sure, but I do believe after they got this, letter, then a bunch of phone calls went on, a bunch of emails went on after that, and as of I do believe it was early last week, they took down Joe's stuff because I did a video about it. And Joe didn't know about it until I went. And I think, what was it, before last Friday? It was before last Friday last week when I did the video. And Joe didn't know it was gone until he watched my video. And then he started sending off all his emails to Shahil. Shahil was like, what the hell you talking about, man? Get away from me. He says Jamie Anderson does not exist. But Jamie Anderson does. And Joe knows this. Joe doesn't like put that stuff out there for people to read, but it's okay, Joe. It's all right. It's all right, folks. Now, so what have we learned today, folks? What I've learned is what I've always known. So I haven't really learned nothing due to the fact that this fool's gonna try to pretend to be a victim, and he's not. That's his whole thing. That's his whole spiel. His whole spiel is to pretend he's a victim of something that he victimizes himself for. He's a victim who victimizes himself, or a victimizer who victimizes himself. You get what I'm saying? All this trouble was created by him. And most of all this trouble was created by him lying to people that should had better sense of not to listen to him. I have proof. I have proof that Joe's been lying to them, and I have proof that these people were eating up everything that Joe said, because we have emails, not just from me, but many other people who have talked to them about Joe, and them just going off of them people saying, "Oh, you're just saying nasty stuff back." I'll just put it. Why repeat it? Why repeat it? Don't even. And I mean, only it's not worth repeating, people. But he sunk himself. He knows he sunk himself, and he wants. And now we're to the next part. Is Joe's revenge, and what we mean by Joe's revenge is Joe basically, how can I put this? He's trying to nitpick at me, my work, who I am, my color of my skin. He's trying to pick at any area where he knows I'm sensitive to. But now all those areas he's been picking at are about as hard as crocodile skin, because I don't care no more. Because I know the only reason why he's doing this and doing these videos is because he's angry that he's losing a fight that he started. You know, that's why I always let him talk first, with me following second. I always do it. I always do. I wait for him to strike first. I always wait for him to strike first, because it makes no sense for me to make videos or whatever, go after him for anything. I wait for him to do it first. I always wait for him to do the video. I go through the video, pick it apart, and then pull apart each lie that he ever makes. And I've already picked apart the lie of him saying, well, the We're Losing Game character contest is a contest where they had a petty parade. I mean, this is stuff that he makes up, folks. I don't write this stuff. I just respond to it, you know. And I've always told y'all, so I'm not going to be offensive no more to Joe. I'm not going to sit back and strike Joe. It's better to save my resources and let him talk than go behind what he said, pick apart what he did, find out what he's done wrong, and then just asphyxiate myself on that. Because there's a couple of holes in Joe's stories, and basically all the holes in Joe's stories is Joe has no proof of whatever comes out of his mouth. Nothing. He has no proof. No proof whatsoever of anything that comes out of his mouth. Just like when he tried to fabricate the proof, the Real Illusion, saying, we've caught one gun stealing our emotions. And the problem is like, one, it's how many years later? Two, they saw me work on the thing from beginning to end. They saw when I downloaded the content. They know I have an account with Adobe to get the content that I had. They know some of the stuff that I'm using, and the stuff you put the timestamps on came from them. Themselves, yes. He's trying to say the whole scene in the original Archive Infinity movie, all right, came from him, when it really was the Real Illusion Communications pack and also the Real Illusion Arguments pack that I used for that whole scene where the guy was talking to the monster inside the screen and the guard shows up. You see, he marked that, and they know that. They know that. But he marked it, and that's what's going to get Joe in legal trouble, because Joe knew when he put those timestamps on that content, he was lying. And then he said, Wingan's trying to say it was Mixamo, and that's what he put. I was like, I hope you're holding to that, because then I get to show them the pack of Mixamo content that he stole from their site. That he actively stole from Mixamo. Then when people were using the same stuff, some of the people actually bought the stuff like me from Mixamo and started using it. He put copyright claims on it. So what we did is we said, okay, fine. We're going to sell this one way or another. We are going to have to sue Adobe. And that's what happened. Then Adobe had a little talk with Joe. That's it. That's what we had to do. while he ran around and scampered around everywhere, taking down people's stuff. You don't see him doing big videos on that no more, do you? Nope. He's been fixed. What more can I say, folks? He'll huff and puff, and he's just trying to blow wind at my brick house, and not a brick or a grain of brick is broken off, all because he has done this to himself. Look at him. He's proud to be stupid. That's the pose of a man who's proud to be stupid. He has nothing. He will never have nothing. He lives with his mom, and I've proven it. I've proven it time after time where he lives at. I've picked up his connect, and, you know, and he keeps watching this video like it's going to change. You know, like what I said in here is going to change. It's not. It's the same. It's the same video I used to take your channel down the year before. So keep watching. Maybe you'll learn something. Like maybe stop stealing. Maybe. He's never going to do that. But it's over for him. Well, I ain't got nothing else to say on this topic. It's just. I wouldn't say it tires me out, because it really doesn't, because it helps me build an even bigger case against him. But he should be tired by now, and I see he's not. As long as he gets to smile and lie, he's okay with it, folks. He's perfectly fine with smiling and lying. What's up, Chuck? Are you talking to me on my... Hold on, let me try and see if I can find you. But yeah, you could be watching me. So, yeah. So that's it. I mean, he does a whole... Every video this week has been basically... And I'll let him do his first, people. It's only right for me to let him go first. What's up, BC? How's it going? How's it going? I'm just talking to you how this man is failing to do anything but sit back and drive himself to craziness. I mean, he's going insane, people. Anybody who sits up here and me, I don't lie to you all. I don't have no reason to lie to you all. I can only just tell you the facts and where the facts lead. The fact is being that he was busted for doing something illegal on Gumroad, and it almost cost Gumroad to get sued by Epic. I mean, I just read the thing off to you. I mean, you all saw it. You know, Joe is a nutcase. Listening to his video is just painful. Well, people, let me tell you the secret to watching Joe's videos. When I like a video like this, I do this. I go to the very beginning and I click this button.
Sync and all that stuff. So just
then after that, first you got to get past all the music he plays, because you don't get a full hour out of him. You have to listen to all the music because he has nothing else to say. So what he does is, when he's doing this, he's walking around, pacing, trying to figure out something to lie about. And then when he finally figure out something to lie about, he comes back. See, he just came from pacing right there. Now he's sitting down.
I just wanted to do that little Carlton date.
Yeah. So, then, you know, you just something like this might be relevant until I say, oh, it's just a video. But he's talked about this before, and I just speed through it. When I see stuff like this, like, oh, this is from Gumroad. Gumroad helps. So what's he lying to them about? And I see that's nothing. And he sat back here and typed all this stuff to these people. He puts my picture back up, and he goes back to my video, and then you just basically, yeah, the crap, unfortunately. And he's just going back and forth. I mean, this is the video that actually killed his last channel. And he wants me to make another one. I will make another one, Joe. It'll be an update to this one. I've never done an update to this video. This video just keeps cycling itself to people, and people learn about True Bones through that. And I gotta update the fact that he was never in his mom's basement. He was in his mom's garage. So I gotta update that with actual photos of his living arrangements. And then he goes to somebody else's video to build his false narrative up. And this is how he's building his false narrative up. He goes out and finds somebody talking about something that he tries to talk and try to talk in a way. Joe tries to take what this guy is saying and try to apply it to this situation. But has he ever had a guest speaker to back up any of his accusations? Nope. Not that I know of. Well, he did have Big Boss come over here one time, and Big Boss really didn't help his case. And Big Boss from Real Illusion didn't help his case out at all, because Joe's like, they steal True Bones, and he's trying to say that True Bones owns Carnegie Mellon University Motions, and Big Boss like, hell no, you don't own that. It's the same stuff everybody else is using. You know, it was funny. Because Joe's trying to say that he owned the Carnegie Mellon stuff that he's been selling. You know, he ain't supposed to be selling it, but he is, and because he's a crook. Then he had some guy. All right, so this guy knew my friend Sally Peck over in the Philippines, and he stole from Sally. And he also lied to the company saying he was an artist. They found out he wasn't. He couldn't do crap. He faked some documents saying he graduated from the schools and all this other stuff. They found out he didn't. And by the time they found out, it was too late. He had stolen money from him, so she took him to court, sued him, and and what happened is he lost and got deported. And Joe talked to this guy, and while this guy was talking to Joe, Joe and him was going back and forth. Yeah, you know, one gun is Sally a transvestite, like there. Yeah, it was pretty funny because it was two con men talking to each other about their con. And talking about not only about their con, but how they got caught in their con. So it was kind of interesting to watch. Then Joe, I think that's it. I think that's the only two people I ever realized Joe was talked to. And then that's about it. I mean, but once again, neither one of these people backed up Joe's narrative of what he was trying to talk about, because Joe would talk to these people about everything. He would talk to people about transsexuals, to him actually having a fake production studio that makes motion capture. You know, it's hilarious that he does this type of stuff, and it just brings to the point that he's just a lost soul. I mean, he's just trying to, like I say, he's trying to make some moral equivalency between me and him, and there's none. Period. There's nothing here to relate me to him whatsoever. But he keeps coming towards me like we are the same, and we're not. Well, I'm nothing like him. He's nothing like me. It took me time, money, and effort to hone my skills as an artist, and it took him time, and stealing a whole bunch of people's money that he didn't own and stuff for him to become a con artist. See, two different things. So here he is. He's once again trying to falsify narrative. Then he hops back over here to Gumroad. And as you can see, he puts... Oh, I remember now. I was watching his latest video this morning. And he said why he was mad. He's mad because he's mad. And I'll tell you why he's mad. It's because of M and E. Me. He's mad at me because I am tearing apart his whole pirated thing, you know, his whole pirated operation. People are like, I don't know how to get rid of this True Bones guy. I know that's like easy. I mean, it's something I should have did when I first met him, was just basically tear down his whole pirated schemes, his scams and frauds. I should have just went after that. But yeah, I mean, he is pissed off. He's pissed off. Yeah, he's pissed off because I won the contest, and I don't get why he's pissed off. He didn't. Back in 2015, I do believe. It was 2015. Yeah, 2015. Summer 2015. I won it. And after that, this fanboy been chasing me ever since. And that's what he was. I mean, he messed. I mean, even during the contest, he was messing with me then. He was messing with me under different alts, saying stupid stuff, you know. And it's all because, you know, they kicked him out of Real Illusion before the contest started, before he had a chance to cheat, you know. Just like he got kicked out of iPi. I mean, iPi saw forum boards for cheating. You know, he was caught cheating, and he's mad because, you know, I followed the rules and won. Yeah. Maroon. Yeah, he's still mad. He's gonna forever be he's forever he's gonna forever be mad at me for the rest of his life. And what more can I say? You know, he's mad because I've been steadily turning down his way of making money. But the thing about it is his way of making money spills over because he uses that money to sit back and attack other people. And just like he lost that contest because he was using bots for vote. Oh yes! Thanks for reminding me. Let me put this up here. Thanks for reminding me. Yes, he did lose the contest, but let me tell you what really happened. He got disqualified from the contest. Because he made an entry that had nothing to do with the contest, and they didn't know how to handle it, so they just kicked him out. And they really kicked him out because he was cheating. They knew he was cheating. He was cheating. Yes, he got disqualified. He got disqualified from the contest. They kicked him out. And then he went on a rampage. He got mad at me. He mad at me because before the contest ended, I went through and picked the people who were going to win, and I got 3 out of the 4 people right. And I told Joe, I said, Joe, it's almost like I was one of the judges, wasn't it? I could have been one of the judges, Joe. I never know. But I made sure Joe wasn't going to win. I made sure Joe was going to get disqualified. Yeah, but he got disqualified. You know, it's like this, you know. He went into a contest and entered a contest. He was mad. He went into a contest he went to a contest using his I still do believe cracked copy of iPysoft, and said, I want to enter this contest to win this because I want to show you the magnificence of my technology. And it's not his technology. He's using iPysoft. He does not own iPysoft. I've seen people do better stuff in iPysoft than he will ever do. Look at any video he does with iPysoft. Look at any video he does. All he does is get in front of Connect and walk back and forth for hours. Hours, folks. I mean, you get dizzy thinking about this is what he's going to be doing for the next several hours. And that's what he did. He did a video of him walking back and forth and sitting and standing. And that's not the way you actually make motion captures, especially if you're trying to sell to game developers. You need to have a animation tree already plotted out. He don't know nothing about this stuff. Because like I said, he's just a crook who knows how to use stuff to steal stuff. That's all he is. He's a crook who knows how to use stuff to steal stuff. Have you ever seen Joe do a animation? Have you ever seen Joe, besides a dance animation inside of iClone, have you ever seen Joe do animation like what I do? Have you ever seen Joe do something like, let's see, let's just pick at something I just did. Have you ever seen Joe try to do something like this, folks? Have you ever seen him do something like this? Have you? Raise your hand if you saw Joe ever put together something like this, because I just didn't use iClone for this. I had used 3 different programs to make this animation right here. Have you ever seen Joe do this on his channel? No. You would never see Joe do this on his channel. That's why he'll never win a contest, because he's always getting caught cheating. Let's see, what else have we never seen Joe do? Actually, I can go right back here. Have you ever seen Joe do, let's see, have you seen Joe do something like this?
We're Carvana, the company.
On his channel? Let's just show you what I mean. Ever seen Joe do anything like this? This is me sketching. This is me coming out of my 3D and going into 2D doing drawings, people. Have you ever seen Joe do something like this? Nope. Let's see. Have you ever seen Joe do something like this? Just the animation I did inside of iClone using Motion Builder. Have you ever seen Joe do something like this, folks? Nope. You'll never see that on his channel. Have you ever seen Joe do anything like this? Make an animation that won a contest. Nope, you'll never see that on Joe's channel. Will you ever see Joe do tutorials on making soft cloth hair and dads or doing other stuff that's not him advertising or selling something to you? Nope, you'll never see that on Joe's channel. Will you ever see Joe make a video on modeling and doing on modeling in Blender or making what I'm doing here? I'm making UV masks and stuff inside of Blender. Have you ever see Joe do that? Nope. You'll never see Joe do that. You'll never see it on his channel. Never. Anything you see on my channel, you will never see Joe doing it. Because Joe can't do it. And he's trying to heart me in with him, claiming that I have no talent and I've stole this stuff. And he has no proof. Every time he opens his mouth to say I've done something, he has no proof. None. He has none. No proof. Yeah, that's all he does. I mean, and when he makes the dance clips, it's either me dancing as a transsexual man or he's trying to sell something. I mean, hell, I made a dance clip. Here, want to check out my dance clip? Check out mine. I made a dance clip. Here, check this out. See, check that out. See? And it's on my One Gun Studio animation and mocap. So, and don't forget, you can also come here and download all the TrueBone stuff. So you can come here and hit this link, and here's the key, and you can download all the stuff that's basically on TrueBones' website. And so I made my own look. I mean, I can do the same thing as Joe. Joe just can't do what I can do. You know? Don't forget, people, you can download free motions for iClone over here on One Gun Studio Animation Mocap. And this is everything you can get off of Joe's website. Everything. All the stolen content that he wants you to give your email up for or give you some money, it's all free right here. You can come and get it. Because he has no right to sell it. He has no right to own it. And he definitely has no right to come over here and try to take my video down. So you all can come right over here, grab this stuff, and do what you want to. Probably wanted. I hope you got a really big hard drive, because I have one here with 5 gigs worth of stuff, which is basically BVH files. Now you all have to transfer that stuff over into iClone format. But I'm going to try to see if I can convert some of that stuff to iClone format, so you guys can just go at it, because this is just all the garbage that he has on his Gumroad store that I decided to take, put it up for all you all to get and use to your whatever, and he has no rights to it. So if he files a DMC takedown notice because you're using this stuff, let me know, and I will help you write a counterclaim to get your stuff back. All right, so that's all I have to say about that. But like I said, I can make dance videos just like Joe, and then use Joe's own stolen crap to make the dance videos with, and then put the crap up here just the same way Joe does, and give it out to people for free. It's for free. I should take this and put it on Gumroad. That's what I need to do. Oh yeah. I know this is beats better. You look so pretty and nice. You look the inside so. Oh, sorry, but I just got carried away. Sorry. Yeah. So, like I said, Joe wants to be me. Joe can't stand next to me. Joe will never be on a level I am because I don't steal. I've never stolen from anybody, and I will not take somebody else's stuff, but I will stop a pirate from making money off of other stolen stuff by making the stuff totally and putting it totally in the public domain for everybody to get their hands on it. See, the best way to stop piracy is to make it so what he's trying to pirate is available to everybody. So there's no more bottlenecking to go after his crap anymore, because everybody has it and it's floating in the sea of it. And so far it's been working with my 2,800, 2K, I got 2K views, 2,000 views that I have on it. And I think how many people have come here and downloaded this stuff, and I have a tally. This stuff has been downloaded 50,000 times. 50,000 times. People have went there to download the stuff off of that video. And and you know this video is hurting Joe because Joe came to take it down. Now, if the video wasn't hurting Joe, Joe would have never came to take it down. But Joe filed his little fake DMC notice. I filed my counterclaim and got my stuff back. And yes, the links are on Mega. Matter of fact, if I can get to it, I can show you. Let's see. So the Google me this. Google me that. And this is just, I mean, I got it for every the Google account was recovered successfully. Let's see, YouTube, Eddie Floyd, critical security alert, one gun, got a new device, welcome, copyright counter notification, and here it is. So Joe took it down, and and there's the video right there. In accordance with the Diebold Act, we've completed processing your counter notification. The following videos were restored unless you have deleted them. And that's what, if Joe sends you a takedown notice or whatever, don't delete the video, because I ran into that same mistake with this fool. See, what happens is if you re-upload the same video after you delete it, after you got a notice, and then they send you a notice back saying that, oh yeah, you can upload your video unless you delete it. And if you delete your video, yeah, you can upload the video again, but Joe can put in another takedown notice on the video. I learned that with the video Joe tried to destroy called True Bones Defunct Store. Now I'm going to re-up that video again just so Joe can try to take it down again. But don't take your video down. File your counter notification and let them sit on it. Basically, they will eventually up your video after a certain amount of time, you know. So that's all I have to say about that. But yeah, Joe took this video down. I mean, think about this: once they file a counter, once the counterclaim is filed, and Joe doesn't go to court for it, they put it back up, and Joe can't file another claim against it ever again. So once Joe takes down the video, I'm glad he does it, because he won't have an opportunity to do it in the future. All Joe does is get a couple of weeks, maybe a month and a half of him saying, I told you that one gun video has been taken down for copyright infringement. And then when the video comes back, he stops talking about the video. Notice he doesn't talk about the archive infinity no more. Many times he's taking it down. I noticed that one gun's archive infinity has been taken down. Where are the messages over there to Real Illusion saying I stole your animations? And I mean, he doesn't do no follow up on the crookedness he does, because he's a crook. That's all he is a flat out rotten, stinking crook. I remember the Rampage. He can make a brief. He laughing. Yeah, that's correct, sir. That's correct. But you come to my channel, you find a variety of stuff. One thing I'm thinking about re-upping is the life of a solo icon animation artist. And for a while, I was kind of mad at icon. I stopped making them. I think this is the last one I did, which was 2 years ago. Last one I made. I think I need to bring that series back. But I'm thinking about not just like, instead of just doing videos, just making series like the My Troll Joe stuff. And once again, 404 page not found, people. I mean, and that's what we call Joe from now, Mr. Page not found, because you can't find his page. I mean, the Fortnite stuff is gone, and we all know the Fortnite stuff almost became gone because Joe went over there and tried to pull a McPeak, and he did it. I mean, due to the fact that we already know that the people over there in support are weak-minded anyway. I mean, like stormtroopers, Joe just pulled out his little Jedi mind trick and he fooled them all. And to thinking that what we were doing, after they told me what to do now, they told me that they needed a takedown notice to get this stuff, and I had to be original owner. And I said, okay, fine, I'm not the original owner, but I am talking to the people who do own the stuff, and you should take the stuff down. And they didn't want to listen to me, and they listened to Joe, and then they started calling me a fake lawyer, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and you know what? I should write to them and ask for an apology. I think I will probably get an apology for it, because what happened is that, what I said was true. You see, it would be different if I was lying and I was caught in a lie, but everything I predicted, and I've been saying since the summer, since I started the TikTok, was Joe's getting copyright takedown notices because of the stuff he got on Gumroad. Gumroad must have these copyright notices also because they're not taking it down. And and last but not least is that they are getting themselves into violation of the safe harbor law, and that's what the lawyer, or what the letter said to the lawyer, to Mr. Shahil, what it was all about. Once Shahil got that letter mailed to them, they knew it was a problem. And I don't know if they were scratching their head trying to figure out how I came down to this, but I can probably tell you how I came down to this, and you listen to a con man run your policy. You listen to a con man who's been basically blackballed every place on the internet but Gumroad to do your policy. Once he got up there, he started selling stuff that was illegal and stolen. That just opened up the ranks for other people to come in there and sell stuff that was illegal. You get my drift? And if you read the thing that I think it's one Joe, if you go to Joe's video, you read what they sent him. It seems like the whole initial reason why they were there at first was because of Joe making videos. You see, Joe put links in the videos of the stolen Fortnite stuff to Gumroad. They follow the links back to Gumroad. They go to Gumroad and they do a big search on Fortnite, and guess what comes up? All these animations. And I did a video where I did that. I did a search on Fortnite, and not only Joe's stuff showed up, and you could obviously tell Joe's stuff was stolen from Rubu, but you also saw people was actually ripping the stuff out of games. They was ripping the models, they was ripping the music, they was ripping everything out of Fortnite and selling it. And it's like Epic didn't even know about this until I told them about Joe. They went there looking for Joe, but they found like not just Joe, but all the cockroaches that were crawling around at his feet. They found the big cockroach Joe and all his little cockroach babies and brethren. It's just like, whoa, what the heck? I mean, it's like the day you go in your kitchen, you open up a drawer, and you see a roach, and that big roach has a little bunch of baby roaches running, and you didn't even know you had roaches until you opened up that drawer and you saw that. You know, that's they say, hey, we got a problem here. This place is infested. They said it was awash in their content. And if it wasn't for me alerting them and some other people alerting Epic about this, Gumroad would have just went on protecting Joe. But now Joe's trust with Gumroad has been broken. Joe no longer talks to the CEO, the king of the company. He's reduced to talking to the help, the peasants. The court jesters. The town's fools, I call them. That's who Joe is reduced to. That's what he's reduced to, folks. He's reduced to that. And he keeps on emailing Gumroad help, Gumroad help, Gumroad help every day. He emails Gumroad help like almost every day. He probably did it today. Because he thinks that he's going to get his stuff back up there. The only way Joe can get his stuff back up there if he puts it back up there. And if he puts it back up there, matter of fact, I'm hoping that he did, because I know Joe. Joe's going to get so angry that he will put that stuff back up there. So let's go to Gumroad and see if he did. I hope he did, because then I know this will be the end. Hold up, y'all. Before I go here, I want to make sure no porn pops up. Go make sure no porn pops up when I do this. Yep, porn pops up. Let's see. Wow. This is a lot of... No wonder they just walk. Oh my gosh. Free Apex. I don't even know that's legal right there. Free Apex. Yeah, it's all gone. All that stuff that was here is gone. The only things that are left up here, well, besides the porn, and it's a lot of it, is a YouTube link for $5 a month. You can watch Josh plays Fortnite, and you can learn how to paint your own Fortnite characters. Yeah, it's basically tutorials on how to draw. Somebody made their own overlay package for Fortnite, but this is all stuff people have made. This is stuff people have made, and then you get into the porn up here. The premium account, lifestyle, oh great. So, except every composite generated, I don't know what this is, but I know that's got to be legal. But there's no more Fortnite stuff. I came over here one time looking for Joe stuff, and I found Joe's avatars. Let me check out Fortnite avatars. Let me check that out. And this is what I want to see. No products found. That's exactly what I want to. That's why when I come here, this is because when I typed this in last time, it was filled with nothing but Joe and other people's stolen Fortnite stuff. So that's what I like to see. I guess they did the same thing. Let's go to Fortnite emotes. Yeah, that's what I like to see. The last time I came here, this whole thing was filled with stolen Fortnite stuff. All of it. Pages full of shit. Let's go to Fortnite models. Now, we might find some Fortnite models in here. Nope, they took those down too. All the Fortnite models are going too. Now, some people do make their own Fortnite models. You can make a Fortnite model. You can actually make a Fortnite model it yourself from scratch. But you can't sell Fortnite stuff. You can't do it. You can't rip it from the game and sell it like old Joey over here has. You know,
by the United States Constitution.
So the fraudster's over there trying to say like he's a victim, but he's his own victim because you went over to Gumroad and lied to them, saying that me and Sally was pulling pranks and a whole bunch of other stuff that we never did, and they took upon themselves to believe you, and then it came back that Epic, with all their money, was going to sue them for all their money because you was over there selling stolen stuff. But then they believed you when you said that we were writing fake DMC claims, and then they send me and a whole bunch of other people back saying that we were fake lawyers. But what happened is that they finally sent the final DMC takedown notice and said if you don't comply, your safe harbor runs out and you'll be held liable for all the Fortnite stuff, because we were originally here for Joseph Repeat, but we found out this place was awash in stolen Fortnite content. And then Shahil went ahead and took your stuff down. You didn't know until I told you about it, and then you got mad and angry, and then went on a rampage, and you went after Shahil, called him stupid, called a whole bunch of names. Then after you did that, Shahil just totally blocked you. Then you went back over to Tom Sweeney. That didn't get you nowhere either, so you were left with the help. The Gumroad help, where you plague them with messages every day until you get your Fortnite green screen up. But the problem with your Fortnite green screen is that the data you use to make that animation move or whatever was copyrighted, patent, trademarked by Epic. And you're trying to file a counter notification just on that animation that you stole from them, saying that they should have never took it down. And because you stole the data from Epic, and you're sending them a counter notification, and what's going to happen to the counter notification is it's going to be forwarded to them, and then they will either take you to court and sue you because you didn't own the content, or they're just going to just plain and simply just not worry about it and just make sure that they don't put it back up. That's happened this last couple of weeks, people, and that's basically the issue Joe is facing. Joe is facing the fact that he is lost, and the way he's trying to redeem his loss is by attacking me every day, all day on this itty bitty YouTube channel. Now, I think I basically summed up what's been happening with this buffoon and why he's poisoned why he keeps coming back and poisoning everybody's ear with his gratuitous ignorance. Because this is an ignorance on a whole different level, folks. Totally whole different level. This ignorance goes far beyond the range of just regular ignorance. But like I said, let's go and check out Joe's Gumroad page, because I do believe here we go. Let's see. Oh, hold up, y'all. It seems like some stuff been moved around. Every time they move around stuff, I gotta find out what's been moved around. So let's check. I know there's some stuff up here that haven't been moved yet. Stuff I need to report in. Like I need to go back and check with these people again. And nope. It's I guess it's official, folks. They have actively taken down. The Joe has not put the stuff back up. All of his stuff that was here that he had for sale, the Fortnite stuff, is gone. So now it's time to move on to the next thing, which we'll probably have success with. Is probably the Autodesk stuff. Yes, the Autodesk stuff should be what I should be able to. We're really gonna try to get this Autodesk stuff off of his. I mean, if I wish Joe would put more of it up here. I mean, I don't know why he stopped putting all the Autodesk. I mean, he just won't put more Autodesk stuff up here. And since he says he owns the stuff, just like he said he owned the Fortnite stuff, but we saw where that trail leaded. It leaded to a whole company getting sued over this fool. But Joe doesn't talk about that. I wonder why. But anyway, folks, I think we said enough. All you have to do is just wait a few minutes after I finish live streaming to actually hear what Joe has to say after I finish live streaming. Because as soon as I finish live streaming, Joe is going to be on here. He's going to be on here talking and saying crazy stuff. He's going to be... I'm going to give you a preview of Joe's show that's coming up right after mine. It's going to be training me this, training me that. One gun's a he, she. He's going to flash a couple of pictures of me being Aunt Your Mama. He's going to talk about Sally Peck being a he, she. He's going to refer to me as a he and a she. Then he's going to talk about me cheating in some contest that I won 5 years ago. Then after he does that, he's going to show my emails. And the emails are basically going to just prove the fact that not only did Gumroad tell me that I need to contact the people who own the stuff that he stole, but I actually did, and Joe shows him proof that I did go and talk to the people that Joe stole from, and they contacted you all, and you all ignored it, and then they came after you all to sue you guys. So then Joe will probably at the very end get really, really mad, and then start saying stuff about that I didn't animate something, the contest, and a whole bunch of other stuff that basically just shows that he's just grasping for straws in manure. That's what he's doing. He's just he's like horse crap all over the hay, and he's just reaching in there trying to find something, and he's just pulling up manure. That's all. He's just pulling up manure, just a little straw here and there, and that's all he does. I mean, that's all he's going to do in his next video. Just stay tuned. I mean, he has nothing new to say. I mean, if you go through each one of his videos, it's the same thing. What I just described to you. Show the emails, call One Gun, show One Gun's picture, show that One Gun is a fantasy version of what he feels is a transvestite, and say Sally Peck is a transvestite, and just keep on going for on and for on. Oh yeah, I forgot he has the new thing of calling me and Sally Peck lovers. There's a bunch of stuff that he's just going to repeat. And if you all find that entertainment, well then y'all got a weird taste of entertainment. Now if you really want to know entertainment, just check out how I bust this fool. Just check out what I do to bust this fool even down lower than what he is right now. After we do what we're going to do. Well, we're working on some stuff over here, people. And the whole thing is to do the Archive Infinity video, the animation, and also make sure that he doesn't have the opportunity to get in the way of the production like he did in the past. All right, so on that point, people, I just told you what Joe's next show is going to be. Now, I hope y'all had a pencil and wrote down everything I said, or you can get this video and just go back to where I started talking about what he's going to be talking about, and just go line from line, and then all you have to do is just do the check mark. Just check it off. Oh, yep, tranny, yep, he, she, yep, yep, emails, there they go. One gun cheated, yep. That's every video he makes. You know, every video I make about Joe is basically how his whole structure of harassment, thievery, piracy is all connected, and how he makes money so he can use that little money to do things like pay his cable bill, pay his electric bill if he has one, or help his mom pay an electric bill, get new equipment so he can do stuff to cheat, steal, harass people with. So everything's connected to his little criminal enterprise. And what we do is we make it harder for him to have money for him to do it. Now, if he goes off and do something else, but then we wouldn't have no reason to sit back and contact people he's stealing from, because that would have stopped. Well, that's my cue, folks. This is One Gun. I'm signing out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.